Hi, this is Joe Serta, President of NAIFA Indiana. Welcome to our special holiday edition of NAIFA Indiana This Month, your video newsletter. This is a very busy time of the year for most people, and it's certainly been a very busy month for your professional organization. One of the highlights of November was the move of NAIFA Indiana's headquarters to this lovely facility. Let me show you around. Hello everybody, this is Joe Serta, President of NAIFA Indiana, and I'd like to show you our new headquarters located at 1717 East 116th Street in Carmel, Indiana. Behind me is the picture of the office building that we are located in, and in the lower left corner you'll see a door which is our office, the entrance to our office. So follow me as we take you on a tour. As we come in through the front door, we come into a small lobby area, and then Mary Beaver, who is one of our administrators, as well as a bookkeeper for NAIFA Indiana, is located here. We have a storage room back over here, and then down the hall is the office of our executive director, Sandy Gray. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. Hi, everybody. Come and see us at any time. We're here to help you. Give us a call.
And if you walk into our new conference room where we can have board meetings, we can have small CE sessions. We're also set up digitally with enough bandwidth to be able to provide Zoom meetings from here without the problems that we've had in the past. We have a very strong signal coming out of here. So we're looking forward to getting established here. We have been in here for a little over a week, and I think we're pretty much set up and being able to provide all of these services to our members from NAIFA Indiana. NAIFA Indiana continued to innovate by graduating the first totally virtual Leadership in Life Institute class in history. We are joined by the lead moderator, Daniel Stallings. Daniel, welcome to NAIFA Indiana this month.
Thank you, Joe. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Daniel, tell us about the Lily class you moderated this year.
This is another outstanding year for Lily, though it was a unique one. We had an opportunity to pivot from our traditional in-class model to going virtual this year. And as you mentioned in your opening remarks, some classes had already started and then they had to stop when COVID was announced, and then some of them had concluded their classes virtually, but we did all 6 of our sessions virtually from beginning to end. And it was really an experience that I was a little concerned about initially, a little nervous about, but our students wanted to proceed, and myself and my co-moderator Joanne Broadwater wanted to proceed. And we felt that it really turned out to be an outstanding format for the class. So we're really excited about how it went. And we just graduated our students recently, and I can say it was one of the most tight-knit classes that we've had. So we're really excited about that.
That sounds great. What was the greatest challenges you faced in switching to a virtual learning mode?
Going into it and moving to an online format, I was really focused on what I thought the challenges were going to be. And I have to say that in reality, most of my concerns about what could have been the challenges never really materialized, to tell you the truth. We had students who were very engaged in the process. We created a safe environment for folks to share their future plans as professionals and personal plans. And we really became a very tight group, even though it was a virtual format. And I was concerned about that being possible to happen during this class format and not being live in person, but it was terrific, and we had a great time. What I would just take away is the challenges we thought were going to be there really never materialized, maybe with the exception of an occasional technology issue, but those were few and far between and got resolved very quickly. So we had a great experience.
Sounds great.
But I don't want you to take it from me. I want you to hear, we have some testimonials from some of our students. So let's listen to them.
Great idea.
As the people in the Lily class know, my goal in taking Lily initially was to encourage Amber to attend Lily. But as many of you know, when you help others, many times you get much more back to yourself unexpectedly. And I've gained many blessings during my time with Lily, from learning more about myself and how I click. Lily also pushed me to read more. I also have valued doing the projects and planning when I probably wouldn't have done those on my own if I hadn't had a homework assignment to do. Lily also really encouraged me to know that other people in our profession desire to help people solve issues and problems, and also help people plan for a better future. But mainly, Lily has been a blessing to me by getting to make a new friend in Andrea and getting to know other friends like Amber, Daniel, and Joanne much better. Friendship takes time, and today we all just seem to be in too much of a rush and don't take time to build those friendships. People that are the most important resource God has given all of us, and we need to value those around us more and tell them that we are thankful for them, especially this time of year with Thanksgiving, but all through the year. So, Andrea, thank you for being my new friend. Amber, thank you for being the reason that I got onto Lily. And Daniel and Joanne, thank you for the time that you put into this in moderating and encouraging us all and leading us.
Lily has brought out in me something that very much needed to surface. I would like to take this time to thank all of the participants of our Lily class and NAIFA for this opportunity. You guys have been a rock. You have been my shoulder. You have helped me through very, very difficult times in life. As Joanne and I think most all believe, this class falls into your lap at a point in time when you need it. Though you think you chose it, I somewhat think it has chosen you. This has been a growing experience for all of us. Friendships have blossomed that I hope will never fall apart. Greatly appreciate everyone's care, concern, and compassion that they have shown throughout this class. I appreciate the building they have done for me. I hope I have been able to build them as much as I feel they have built me. Communication is the number one thing that can make you and or break you. And that is something this class has definitely taught me. Communication is not just speaking, it's also listening. It's being patient, it's taking time to understand the words coming out of the person's mouth across from you. This class has taught me how to understand different points of view and how the same thing can mean multiple things. This class has been so important. Don't forget to take a deep breath. Don't forget to seek first to understand. And always don't forget, do not be prepared with that response. Be prepared to listen before responding.
I told Daniel on the phone that I had been seeing the emails year after year coming through, because I've been a NAIFA member since 2002, but not an active member in the sense of going to all the meetings and doing all the activities that are associated. I hope for that to change now. I know that it will. The experience of Lily at first was as clear as mud. It seemed like the reading materials, the activities, they didn't feel like they were really connecting. It seemed like we were all over the place. But then I remember Daniel saying, trust the process. And that helped me to just breathe and let go of the need to feel that I needed some kind of control, that I needed to know everything about everything. To me, this was a journey of awareness. It was about learning who I am, getting back to my values and actually defining those values. This also was a journey of being aware that leadership in life is everywhere, and shifting our paradigms to see things with a different perspective seems to be the key to being able to see leadership everywhere in every form, and then give ourselves a break so that we're not hard on ourselves thinking we have to be a certain way. I think it helped us to all remember and define our own values and our missions and our visions for our businesses as well as for our personal lives. During this time of COVID, This class has been the most relevant experience that I could have ever asked or prayed for. I just want to say thank you, NAIFA, for creating and perfecting this course. To me, this experience is priceless. You can't put a price on something that's so profound and moving. I'm looking forward to our next steps, to my own next steps and ours as NAIFA United, so to speak. So thank you for the outstanding curriculum. I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, I can't even imagine making it any more perfect.
It sounds like you really made lemons to lemonade with this class. What's next for Lily?
Joe, I'm glad you asked. We're excited about the lessons we learned this year in 2020 and moving this to an online format. And we were really asked to pilot this format from National, and they really took feedback from us at the end of each session. The students gave feedback and the moderators gave feedback, and we had an end of class opportunity to provide feedback. And the exciting part of this is that I think National really took our feedback and some other classes into account, and it looks like we're going to be able to continue with Lily, and we can either go virtually or in person. So we're looking forward to continuing Lily into 2021. We're already recruiting students for next year. I know we have some interested applicants at this point, and we would love to continue this class with a full cadre of our Indiana professionals who want to move their businesses to the next level. Look for more information about how to apply. We'll be sending that out shortly. We'll be discussing and confirming the format shortly. But we're excited about that. Joanne Broadwater will be the lead moderator for that. And we have two moderators who have just completed moderator training this week. And so we're going to have a full set of leadership to run the class this next year. We're excited about that.
Sounds great. I know under your and Joanne's leadership, Lily will continue to be a life-changing experience. I know it changed my life, and I encourage anyone who wants to develop their leadership skills to another level to consider taking this class. One of the major focuses is always attracting and retaining new members. In November, we had a number of people join NAIFA Indiana. We are joined by one of them, Shane Smith of Crown Point, Indiana. Shane, welcome to NAIFA Indiana, and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Shane, tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice.
Yeah, well, I'm 31 years old. I have a family of 3 young kids. I have a kindergartner, a 3-year-old, and a 7-month-old. So I'm a family guy. I like working with families. So that's one big part about what I do. And then the other aspect is I really like working with retirees and those approaching retirement, getting a good retirement plan for them in place, and talking about long-term care has been a big passion of mine as of late.
How did you get introduced to NAIFA, and why did you join?
Chris Barnhouse is a friend of mine, and he's been on me about it for a few months now, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. And I knew there was some good professional development opportunities here, and some other advisors that are in my firm, like Dean Sanglis and John Dawson, are all members as well. And they've all said it would be a good idea as well. So,
Shane, how have you found your membership so far?
well, I haven't been introduced to much yet, but I think it's been valuable for the professional development opportunities and some discounts that are available and free CE that's offered. One of the things I just recently took advantage of is signing up for certified in long-term care. So I plan on completing that in December, and there's a discount offered that through NAIFA, which, I mean, the membership kind of pays for itself. It seemed like a no-brainer. So that's probably the thing I'm most excited about.
It sounds like there may be something you can share with us as well. I'm told you have a unique method of prospecting that has served you well during the pandemic.
Yeah, well, a lot of the prospecting, and actually my practice in general, is pretty much entirely online. I think that does two things. I mean, before the pandemic, I think social networking, such as using resources like LinkedIn, to see who people are connected to, or even just a simple Google search is useful. But during the pandemic, especially meeting online, like I said, I like to meet with families. It's hard to convince a family to meet with a financial advisor when you have young kids like myself at home. I know what that's like. I even have virtual meetings after the kids go to bed, or with a family, and also for people that just feel more comfortable. I think we've all heard that communication is about I don't know what exactly the percentages are, but it's like 10% is verbal communication, 30% is tonality, and maybe the remaining 60% is body language. And if someone's wearing a mask, it's hard to see that. And so a lot of who I meet with on a professional basis too, maybe an attorney or CPA, if I'm in their office and we're wearing masks, or they come to my office and we're wearing masks, you can't really see that. And so I find I get even more communication by having a virtual conversation, especially if people are uncomfortable meeting in person and they want to wear a mask anyway. That's some of the things that I've done. I think it's been very helpful in starting off the practice off to a good start during this time, is just meeting people where they're at, and most people like having the virtual conversation.
Thanks for that bit of wisdom, Shane. Hopefully your membership in NAIFA will be long and productive.
I hope so too.
One of the best benefits of NAIFA membership is being able to gain knowledge from other industry professionals. Here with another of our monthly sales tips is Chris Barnhouse.
Thanks, Joe. You know, we can't be all things to all people in this business. Sometimes we have to bring in outside experts to help us in our practices. This will actually enhance our standing with our clients by knowing that we can bring experts to them at no cost to them. Now, this idea comes from Matt Carruthers out of Columbus. This is language he developed to introduce industry experts to his clients. What he would say, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, ABC is an area that requires a great deal of expertise, and I do not have that expertise. But I happen to know one of the top experts in the state. Now, they're very busy, and they're really hard to get on the schedule. But if I can schedule a meeting with them, would you be willing to attend? Who would not accept the meeting under those circumstances? He has set up the expert as somebody very desirable to meet with and hard to meet with, and now it's a privilege to meet with them. Matt used this language a lot when we did long-term care cases together, and using that intro for me to talk to his clients, we batted almost 1,000. So again, I would encourage you to involve other members of NAIFA who have other expertise to meet with your clients to help you win those cases, and use that language. This area is a very technical area. I'm not an expert, but I happen to know one of the top experts in the state. They're very busy, they're very hard to get a hold of, and they're very hard to schedule. But if I can get a meeting with them, would you be willing to attend that meeting? Thank you and happy holidays.
Thanks, Chris. What a great tip. We at NAIFA Indiana want to know your sales tips as well. We're having a contest through December to gather our members' best sales ideas. Submit your sales tips to Sandy at the email address on your screen. We'll share your tips with our members every month. We will put every submission in a hat and draw for a prize. The more tips you submit, the better your chances to win. While 2020 has been quite challenging, we intend to close out the year with a bang. On December 10th at 9 a.m., NAIFA Indiana will join SFSP for the final continuing education class of the year. Hall of Fame speaker and author Bill Cates will spend 90 minutes highlighting nuggets from his best-selling book, Radical Relevance. He will focus on sharpening your value proposition, cutting through the noise and winning more ideal clients and compelling them to take meaningful action. Be sure to participate to receive 1.5 hours of CE. December 9th, we will hold our annual membership meeting, virtually of course. We'll kick it off at 9 a.m. with 1 hour of continuing education from Mike McLaughlin of Ash Brokerage. At 10 a.m., we'll have a motivational speech by former U.S. Navy SEAL Phil Kuntz. And at 11 a.m., we'll have our annual meeting where we will explain the current state of the association, review our successes, look to our future, and introduce our new officers. I hope all of you will attend. It will be by Zoom, but it will be a town hall format so you can ask questions of your leaders. This has been a great but challenging year. The pandemic has made us change the way we do business, but fortunately, NAIFA Indiana was able to make the adjustments necessary to accomplish the goals we set in January and to be held out as an example to the rest of the country by NAIFA National. But we're not out of the woods yet. Continue to social distance, wash your hands regularly, wear a mask, and follow the recommendations of medical professionals. The pandemic is still raging and we're months away from a return to normalcy. But together, we can take on anything.